Kita lanjut ke sebuah insiden yang terjadi di Hurricane, daerah Utah, Amerika Serikat, di mana seorang pria berusia 32 tahun yang bernama Brian Layton Cardle adalah seorang pria lulusan kedokteran jurusan biologi di Northern Arizona University, yang mana dia juga seorang penulis dan ilmuwan yang terkenal. Tapi dalam hidupnya dia didiagnosa memiliki bipolar disorder, di mana bipolar ini sejenis penyakit mental yang membuat kondisi pengidapnya memiliki emosi yang nggak stabil. Kalau kalian mau tahu lebih lanjut tentang bipolar, baca di Google aja. Dan karena penyakitnya ini, Brian harus menjalani perawatan medis yang rutin, minum obat, agar penyakitnya nggak kambuh. Tapi meskipun memiliki kondisi penyakit seperti itu, Brian tetap memiliki seorang pasangan hidup, seorang istri, yang bernama Anika Cardle. By the way, nama Cardle ini karena mereka udah nikah. Nama panjang Anika ini nggak tahu siapa. Dan mereka menikah di bulan Oktober tahun 2003 dan mempunyai anak di tahun 2007 yang berusia 2 tahun bernama Eva. Nah, kejadian ini terjadi pada 9 Juni 2009, di mana pada saat itu Brian dengan istri juga anaknya baru pulang menghadiri acara pernikahan teman mereka di daerah Salt Lake City. Nah, di malam hari ketika mereka lagi jalan dari daerah Salt Lake itu menuju ke rumah mereka, Brian tiba-tiba menepikan mobilnya karena dia merasa bahwa penyakitnya kambuh. Tapi kayaknya kambuhnya penyakit Brian saat lagi menyetir itu terlambat diberikan obat. Jadi obat itu diberikan ketika penyakitnya itu udah kambuh full gitu. Dan Brian keluar dari mobil, melakukan sesuatu yang cukup mengerikan untuk didengar. Dan Anika langsung nelpon 911 untuk meminta polisi agar membantu menenangkan Brian yang saat itu kondisinya lagi. Kita dengar aja rekamannya.
911, what is the address of your emergency?
I'm on the freeway between Hurricane and Colorado City. I'm pulled over in the road. My husband's in the middle of the road having a serious, psychosis.
Okay, do you know what mile marker at all?
I have no idea.
Okay. Okay, and is he being violent right now?
He's taking his clothes off. He's running in the street.
What's the phone number you're calling from, in case we get disconnected?
Area code.
Okay.
Brian, pick up your shirt.
He pulled. You got it. Catch in the flat.
Oh,
Okay, and what is he saying? What's he doing?
He's freaking out.
Okay.
He's
Do you
just
know,
freaking
do you know
out.
what's going on?
No, God!
How old is he?
Oh my gosh. No, please. I'm afraid he's going to jump in front of a car or something.
Tried to jump in front of a car?
Stop!
Please.
Stop! Stop, Brian! You're going to get hurt, please!
Ma'am?
What?
What is your name? What is your name?
My name is Anna Cardle. Will you please get in the car and see Brian? Please!
Ann, I need you to
Yes.
talk to me, okay?
I'm sorry. I'm just afraid he's going to jump in front of the car.
I understand. I need you to tell me. Does he have any weapons?
No, please get in the car, Brian.
Has he been drinking?
No.
Anybody been doing any drugs?
No.
Okay.
No, that's the kid. Brian, knock it off. Brian, go.
What
I'm
is he
afraid he's gonna.
What is he doing now?
He's just throwing things. I'm afraid he's gonna. Will you please just?
Where's your medicine?
No, you already took it. You already. He's got a mental illness.
Is he on meth, you said?
No, mental illness.
Ma'am,
I'm sorry. What
kind of mental illness does he have?
He's been diagnosed with bipolar.
Okay, how long ago did you give him the medicine?
About 15 minutes ago.
Jadi obatnya belum sepenuhnya bekerja.
You are not. My daughter's in the car, and I'm
How old
afraid
is she?
she's 2 years old. Just come fast. I'm
They're
so scared.
coming as fast as they can.
I just want him to. I'm so scared.
They're coming as fast as they can, okay? What I want you to do,
No, go away. Go. No, don't. Don't even come near.
Ann,
Yes.
okay, I need you to talk to me. Is he thinking about committing suicide?
No, I don't think so. No.
We need to get in the car!
He's
my dad! Call my dad!
I hate this. Oh, God. My daughter doesn't deserve this.
Has he injured your daughter at all?
I know. But he's scared.
Is anybody injured?
No, Brian. Stop.
Go!
I want to sit.
Where'd I see a stop sign?
No, keep your pants. Just sit down. Just sit down. Keep.
Okay.
Will you please just sit down? No, just sit down. Please just sit down, honey. Right there.
Ann, I want you to know that the right people are coming. They're coming as fast as they can.
I'm so scared. I'm so scared. I can't do this. I don't know.
Ann, what color and type of car do you have?
I'm pulled over on the side of the road in a gray Toyota Matrix.
I'm a drill sergeant! I'm a drill sergeant!
Okay.
Oh, God.
I want you, if it's safe to do so, I want you to observe him continuously, all right?
Oh, I can't help you. I gotta...
Kill him, boy, down! Stand here, you go! And his mom and dad!
No.
My God, my Redeemer, save me! Keep talking. Would you ever like to meet the president?
No.
Yes, well, I want to meet him someday. And if you want Ava to live to see that day, we've got to go now. Keep walking.
Don't touch me, Brian. Don't touch me.
Don't touch the car. That's it. Look at me.
Okay, Ann,
How close are you?
if they're coming lights and sirens as fast as they can.
Go, wait a minute,
What I need you to do, Ann, is
Cop out, and then we'll get the flag.
safe
can't
to do
hear you.
so. All right,
Yeah.
walk away from him a little bit.
I am. I'm trying to just keep a safe distance.
Yeah, if it's safe
My
to do
daughter's
so.
in the car,
I
probably
understand.
scared out of her mind.
Ann,
Yes,
I need you to listen, okay? If it's safe to do so, observe him continuously.
I am.
And if it's safe, protect him from himself. Okay.
I'm trying to.
Can you safely get your daughter out of the car?
He just took all his clothes off. He's naked.
I'm
get-
gonna get naked, and I'm all done.
Your clothes on.
Hey, look at this guy, because I'm gonna take a picture of a raindrop.
No.
I'm gonna take a picture of a raindrop.
Your.
Get home.
You need to put your clothes on, sweetheart.
Do not take yours off now.
No, I'm not.
No.
I'm not taking my. No.
Yeah, we're gonna play a game. Look at me now.
Okay, Ann,
Brian, don't go in the road. Don't go in the road, sweetie.
No, I won't. There's one.
okay, Ann, if it's safe to do so, I want you to try to get your daughter out of the car.
No, I can't. No, she's locked in the car. I have the lock. I'm
Okay.
keeping her in there.
So he can't get in? Does he have
Yes. He cannot get in. Brian, get out of the car! Get out of the road! Get out of the road! He's running across the road. He is going to get hit.
What direction is he going?
Up and down, all around. He's thinking he's directing traffic. He is full-blown lost it.
Okay.
No, you don't get no. No, Brian. Just put your pants and your shirt on, please. She's in the car. Brian!
Okay. Ann,
He's chasing after cars that have pulled over to help.
Ann yelling after Ann.
What?
I know you're
She's
upset.
running.
I know you're upset.
Oh, God. On your clothes. They're here. They're here.
There? Okay, I'm
Yes.
gonna go.
Thank you.
Mungkin dari sini kita semua bisa sadar kalau penyakit mental itu seserem itu, guys. Seremnya itu, otaknya itu antara sadar dengan enggak gitu loh, dengan yang dia katakan, dengan yang dia lakukan. Nah, aku nggak tahu dan aku nggak pernah berharap untuk tahu tentang apa yang didengar dan dirasakan oleh orang-orang pengidap bipolar ini. Karena beberapa sumber aku baca, katanya bipolar ini hampir-hampir mirip dengan skizofrenia, di mana kita lagi sendirian, kita bisa mendengar banyak suara yang bicara sama kita, kayak nyuruh kita melakukan sesuatu, atau kayak menyala-nyalakan kita gitu, yang membuat kita kayaknya depresi dan nggak mau dengar kata-kata itu. Dan di sanalah orang-orang yang punya penyakit mental ini kayak nekat melakukan apapun yang merugikan orang lain. Contoh kayak kasus Brian ini, aduh. Ketika polisi sampai di lokasi di mana Brian berlari-larian di tengah-tengah jalan sambil tanpa busana gitu, mereka menjatuhkan Brian ke tanah dengan menggunakan taser, jadi alat penyetrum gitu. Tapi ketika sudah dijatuhkan, Brian mencoba untuk bangkit dan berusaha melepaskan diri dari polisi. Tapi untuk kedua kalinya polisi menyetrum Brian lagi, dan saat itu Brian diam, nggak bergerak. Dan ketika dicek nadinya, ternyata udah nggak ada, dan Brian meninggal dunia. 3 tahun kemudian setelah Brian dimakamkan, pastinya istri, anak, dan keluarganya merasakan duka yang sangat dalam. Mereka melanjutkan kasus ini sebagai kesalahan kepolisian, karena akibat ulah dari kepolisian, suaminya meninggal, yang harusnya Anna nelpon polisi supaya dia menyelamatkan suaminya. Menurut kalian gimana tentang kasus ini? Coba komen di bawah. Sekarang kita masuk ke kasus yang lumayan sering terjadi di rekaman 911, yaitu pembobolan rumah. Pada 6 Mei 2014, di Phoenix, Arizona, Amerika, seorang janda single bernama Cynthia Bolk menjalani kehidupannya normal di hari itu seperti biasa. Dia keluar, terus pulang. Nah, ketika dia melewati depan rumahnya untuk parkir mobilnya, dia melihat seorang pria yang gak dikenal berdiri menatap ke rumahnya. Tapi pada saat itu, si Cynthia ini gak negur langsung si orang itu ngapain dia ngeliatin rumah dia. Dia langsung masuk aja ke dalam. Curiga pasti, tapi Cynthia ini nggak menanggapi dengan serius lah gitu. Sampai pada tengah malam, Cynthia baru menyadari kalau pria yang tadi sore dia lihat itu berusaha untuk mengitari rumahnya dan mencari jalan masuk. Dan Cynthia langsung mengambil pistol tangannya 38 caliber untuk melindungi dirinya dan langsung nelpon 911 ketika si pria itu mulai mencoba untuk mencongkel rumahnya. Kita dengar rekamannya.
Phoenix 911, where is the emergency?
Hello, 911.
Hey, please help me. Somebody's trying to get in my house.
What are they doing?
They tried my front door, my side
They?
door. Now they're trying to
Mereka?
break in my back gate.
Okay, stay on line with me. I've already got officer started. Do not hang up, okay?
All right, I have a gun in my hand. I'm terrified.
Okay. I've got officers already on the way. I'm going to keep you on the phone until the officers get there, okay? You said that
Okay.
they're trying the back gate now?
I think they're in the back now.
Mereka berarti banyak.
Okay, so first the front door.
Somebody's in the back on my porch.
Someone's on your porch?
Please hurry,
Okay,
please.
ma'am, they're coming out there as fast as they can. Can you see anybody?
No.
I'm not asking you to look, but did you see anyone? Like, are there any open
No,
windows?
somebody's banging on my Arcadia door.
Okay, are you expecting anybody?
No,
Okay.
there's no vehicles out front of my driveway. No, somebody's walking around my back porch.
Okay. Yeah, like I said, I'm going to keep you on the phone until the officers get there, okay? Do not hang up. Yeah, I've got a lot of officers coming out there.
It's just broken.
Mereka masuk.
They just broke?
Yeah, they broke my Arcadia door.
Okay, yeah, I've got them coming out there. They're coming out as fast as they can. Have you heard any voices?
No, they're coming in right now. Though.
Mereka berarti banyak.
Okay, tell me if you see them. Tell me what they look like, how many of them are, whether they're men, women.
I just saw one.
Dia cuma ngeliat satu orang.
Okay, did you see a person, or did you see like the shadow of a person?
Person, Greenlee, they're coming in right now. Please, please, please.
Yeah, they're coming out as fast as they can. I promise you, they're coming out there as fast as they can. I've got a lot of officers responding. And as everything you're telling me, I'm typing, and the dispatcher is giving it to them immediately. They're getting all this
They're
information.
breaking out my window.
Dia memecahkan jendelanya.
Are you in your bedroom, or?
I'm in my bathroom.
Okay, yeah, they're coming out as fast as they can. I've got a lot of officers responding. Is there an alley behind your house? You back up to the canal, right? Okay. Okay. Yeah, you don't need to answer anything. I'm gonna stand in line with you, okay? What happened?
I shot him.
You shot him?
Yeah.
Oh my God. Okay, I've got everybody coming out for help, okay?
Please hurry.
Duh, aku merinding.
Don't get up or I'll shoot your ass again.
Okay, where did you shoot him? Ma'am, where did you shoot him at?
In my house, he's in my bathroom.
No,
He's
where
in my
where in
bathroom,
his
he's in the
body?
hallway.
Where in his body did you shoot him?
What?
Where in his body?
He's laying half in my bathroom and half in the hallway. Where in the body?
No, yeah, like, did you hit
I
him?
don't know.
Okay. Okay, do you recognize him? Is he somebody
No,
you know?
I don't
Okay.
recognize him.
Okay, so he came into the bathroom where you were?
I'm in the front bathroom.
Okay.
I said don't move.
What is he saying?
He said he thought the house was abandoned.
Terbengkalai rumahnya dikira.
Abandoned house with a car and locked gates and yeah. You said before you knocked, you banged, you tried to get indoors. I heard you out there. You
because why should I unlock the door when you're rattling and beating on everything and trying to climb my fence? I'm not even going to talk to you. Please get somebody here.
Yeah, they're coming out as fast as they can. Are you hurt at all?
I don't know. My face is bleeding. I'm bleeding from some places. I don't know where else.
Karena ketangkap tadi
I don't
mungkin.
know. He was beating on me.
He was hitting you?
He was beating on me when he found out I was in here.
Iya kan?
That's why I dropped the phone and I almost dropped the gun, but I ended up shooting.
Okay. Okay, I'm gonna let you go now. Okay. Okay. All right. Bye-bye.
Saat polisi sampai di rumah Cynthia, mereka menemukan si penyusup tergeletak berlumuran darah karena tertembak oleh Cynthia dan dia menangis. Si penyusup ini menangis. Penyusup adalah seorang pria bernama Michael Lewis yang memiliki riwayat penyakit skizofrenia dan dia mulai hidup luntang-lantung sejak dia diusir oleh ibunya dari rumah karena banyaknya masalah yang ia perbuat akibat penyakitnya itu. Tapi Cynthia nggak bisa menerima penyakit Lewis untuk dijadikan alasan kenapa dia masuk ke rumah Cynthia. Cynthia terus nanya-nanya kenapa Lewis berusaha mendobrak masuk ke rumah Cynthia. Tapi dia cuma menangis dan menjawab bahwa dia mengira rumah itu adalah rumah yang ditinggalkan, rumah terbengkalai. Akhirnya Lewis ditangkap dan dijatuhi hukuman 7 tahun penjara. Tapi sebelum itu dia dirawat di rumah sakit selama sebulan untuk pemulihan akibat luka tembakan dari Cynthia. Seorang pria berusia 45 tahun yang bernama Joseph Parker, di mana Joseph ini dikenal oleh tetangga-tetangganya sebagai orang yang tidak ramah, tidak bersahabat, dia tegas, keras, dan memiliki kehidupan yang tertutup dari para tetangganya. Tetangga Joseph sering melihat Joseph ini bekerja sendirian di depan rumahnya, dekat mobilnya, atau dia mengerjakan mobilnya. Sementara istrinya, Samantha Parker, jarang terlihat oleh tetangga di dalam atau di luar rumah. Nah, pada tanggal 5 November tahun 2014, Joseph ini bertengkar dengan hebat dengan istrinya dan kejadian itu didengar oleh tetangga-tetangganya. Pertengkaran itu mengakibatkan tewasnya Samantha Parker dan tewasnya karena apa? Nanti kita bahas. Dan 2 hari kemudian, pada 7 November 2014, 2 hari setelah bertengkarnya Joseph dengan Samantha, salah satu tetangga Joseph yang bernama Chloe sedang membawa anjingnya berjalan mengitari komplek perumahannya pada jam 2 malam. Kalian jangan tanya aku, karena aku juga nggak tahu kenapa Chloe segabut itu sampai jam setengah 2 malam mau-maunya keluar sambil bawa anjingnya jalan-jalan. Nah, pada setengah 2 malam itu, Chloe melihat lampu rumah Joseph hidup, padahal selama ini, rumah Joseph itu nggak pernah hidup lampunya di tengah malam. Dan itu menjadi kecurigaan tersendiri untuk Chloe. Pada pukul 2.35 pagi, 1 jam setelah Chloe keluar itu, 911 mendapatkan telepon dari Joseph, dan inilah rekamannya.
911 location of emergency.
Got 246 Clydesdale Lane.
Okay, what's going on?
Alright, this is what happened. I've been married 12 years. On the 4th, which would have been 2 nights ago at 4 a.m., I shot my wife in the temple of her head.
Ditembak.
I thought I killed her. And I put her in the freezer out in the garage.
Masukin
I
kulkas.
checked on her tonight, and she's not dead. She's got a big hole in the temple of her head, and to get her body moved around in there. I think I broke her wrist. You know, she was frozen from being in the thing. She's been in the thing 48 hours now. This is no prank call. I need somebody to get out there and help her. I've cleared the premises. I've got away. You know, I'm not going to be there. But I promise you this is a legit call, and I need somebody to get out there and help her, because I still love her. It's hard to believe that after that, you know, but, you know, I need to get somebody out there to help her.
Okay, what happened that
what I
caused you to
did.
do that?
It's a long story. Don't want to get into it. Just want to get into getting somebody out there to help her. I left the front door open. I left all the lights on in the house. So it would be kind of easy to spot. It's the last house on the right on Clydesdale Lane. But I left the front door open. She's in the garage. You go through the kitchen to get into the garage. And you'll see her once you get in the garage. And she's a mess. She can't talk. I consider it blink. Blink once means yes. Blink twice means no.
Aduh.
And, so I told her, I'm going around the road 10, 15 miles. I'm going to call 911 and get you some help out here. I thought she'd been dead 2 days. And when I checked on her, she was still alive. She's been frozen for 2 days. She's frozen solid. It's amazing she's still alive. She's got a big hole in the temple of her head. I shot her with a .38 caliber handgun, and there's a big hole in the temple of her head. I didn't see an exit from it.
What is her name?
Samantha Parker.
Okay, we'll send somebody out there to her.
I mean, it's like urgent. I think she's dying. She got a big hole where the temple of her head is. You know what I mean?
Sumpah aku merinding. Aduh, di kepalanya ada lubang besar karena tembakan. Terus jasadnya dimasukkan ke dalam kulkas 2 hari. Ternyata pas dicek malam-malam, dia masih hidup. Dan benar-benar hidup, dia berkedip sekali yang artinya iya, 2 kali artinya enggak. Kalau nggak salah tadi ya. Aduh. Aku nggak tahu apakah suaminya, si Joseph Parker ini halusinasi, punya penyakit mental, atau memang betul-betul jasad si istrinya itu hidup. Saat polisi sampai di rumah Joseph, benar aja Joseph nggak ada di rumah, dia udah kabur dengan mobilnya. Dan mereka betul-betul menemukan jasad. Aku nggak tahu sih ini jasad atau benar hidup karena nggak ada informasi lebih lanjut. Dan mereka menemukan tubuh istrinya di dalam kulkas di garasi. Joseph diketahui kabur menuju Chattanooga di Tennessee untuk menghindari polisi. Pada saat itu Joseph Parker masuk ke dalam top 10 buronan paling dicari di Tennessee. Sampai pada pukul 12 siang, ponsel Joseph terlacak berada di daerah Nashville, Tennessee, dan polisi langsung berkerumun menuju ke sana menangkap Joseph. Bahkan polisi langsung membuat poster buronan Joseph agar semua publik ikut membantu menangkap Joseph. Karena dia berstatus mengancam dan sangat berbahaya. Nah, setelah banyaknya drama dalam penangkapan Joseph, polisi berhasil memojokkan Joseph pada pukul 4:05 sore. Tapi saat polisi hampir menangkap Joseph, dia langsung menembak kepalanya sendiri dan tewas di depan para polisi. Sumpah ini, aduh, rekaman suaranya sebenarnya santai, terlihat tenang, tapi kisahnya benar-benar bikin merinding, guys. Aduh, kalian bayangkan aja lah. So, itulah beberapa kasus-kasus kriminal asli yang terjadi di Amerika yang terekam di telepon 911. Jadi untuk teman-teman yang baru nonton tentang rekaman 911 di channel ini, aku rasa kalian udah paham konsep dari pembahasan ini dan kenapa banyak orang yang menyukai konten sejenis ini. Karena ini benar-benar asli bikin merinding dan serem untuk didengarkan. Tapi ya, kita orang-orang aneh pecinta yang horor-horor suka dengan hal-hal begini. So, itu dulu video kita pada malam hari ini. Semoga kalian puas, udah lama nunggu rekaman 911. Dan sekali lagi sebelum menutup video ini, aku kembali berterima kasih untuk teman-teman yang selalu support dan mendukung channel ini. Doa-doa baik dari kalian, semoga kembali lagi ke kalian. Semoga kalian dalam keadaan yang sehat, nggak kurang suatu apapun, dimudahkan rezekinya, dilindungi kalian dan keluarga kalian dimanapun berada. Dan semoga kita semua menjadi orang yang sukses nanti ke depannya. Amin. Dan seperti biasa, klik like-nya kalau suka, dislike aja kalau enggak. Subscribe channel ini untuk berlangganan dan klik loncengnya untuk dapat notifikasi kalau ada video baru. Jangan lupa tinggalkan komentar, kritik dan saran untuk kemajuan channel ini. Dan jangan lupa share video ini ke teman-teman yang lain. Terima kasih sudah menonton dan sampai jumpa di video-video selanjutnya. Aku lapar. Bye.